The Holy Rosary is more than a simple repetition of prayers. It is a direct path to meditate on the greatest mysteries of Christ's and Mary's lives, leading us to a deep connection with God. But did you know that besides the Marian Rosary, there are many other rosaries with different purposes and devotions? In this video, we will explore the rich history of the Holy Rosary, its origins, the importance of praying it daily, and how this practice has the power to transform lives. Get ready to embark on a journey of faith that goes far beyond what you might imagine. May our Blessed Mother guide us to understand the importance of this sacred devotion. The origin of the Holy Rosary. The history of the Holy Rosary takes us back to the early centuries of Christianity, but it was in the 13th century, with Saint Dominic of Guzman, that the practice took the form we know today. Saint Dominic, inspired by a revelation from the Virgin Mary, began promoting the Rosary as a powerful spiritual weapon against the heresies of his time. Our Lady herself asked him to spread this devotion, promising great graces to those who prayed it with faith. However, the use of beads to accompany prayers already existed among early Christians as a way to help recite the 150 Psalms. Over time, the prayers were adapted, and the beads began to be used to pray 150 Hail Marys, divided into 3 sets of mysteries: joyful, sorrowful, and glorious. It was only in the 20th century, with Saint John Paul II, that the luminous mysteries were added, further enriching the meditation on the life of Christ. Thus, the Holy Rosary has become one of the most powerful devotions in the Catholic Church, not merely a repetitive prayer, but an invitation to contemplate the greatest events of our salvation. Praying the Rosary is walking, alongside Mary, through the journey of Christ, from the Annunciation to his eternal glory. The structure of the Rosary. At first glance, the Holy Rosary may seem simple, but its structure is rich in meaning and spirituality. It consists of 5 decades, each made up of 1 Our Father, 10 Hail Marys, and 1 Glory Be. This repetition, far from being mechanical, invites deep meditation on the mysteries of the lives of Jesus and Mary. Each prayer has its place and purpose, like a thread connecting us to the sacred. The mysteries of the Rosary are divided into 4 sets: joyful, sorrowful, glorious, and more recently, the luminous mysteries, added by Saint John Paul II. Each set guides us through a specific aspect of the lives of Christ and the Blessed Mother, such as the Annunciation, the Passion of Jesus, the Resurrection, and the miracles of his public ministry. As we pray, we are invited to meditate on these events and reflect on their relevance to our daily lives. The structure of the Rosary is thus a path of contemplation. The repetition of the Hail Marys helps quiet the mind, while the mysteries bring forth deep spiritual truths. When we pray the Rosary, we are not merely repeating words, but drawing closer, step by step, to the heart of God. Our Lady's Promise. Throughout history, in her various apparitions, Our Lady has left powerful promises for those who pray the Holy Rosary with devotion. One of the most well-known instances occurred during her appearances to Saint Dominic and later in Fatima, where Mary requested the daily recitation of the Rosary for the conversion of sinners and peace in the world. Pray the Rosary every day was the message Our Lady repeated insistently to the 3 shepherd children of Fatima. Among the promises made by the Virgin Mary are special protection throughout life and at the hour of death, the salvation of souls, and the assurance of abundant graces for those who dedicate themselves to the practice of the Rosary. Our Lady also promises that the Rosary will be a powerful weapon against sin, bringing peace to families and conversion to even the hardest of hearts. Praying the Holy Rosary is, therefore, a commitment of faith to a devotion that carries extraordinary blessings. With each Hail Mary we recite, Mary intercedes for us before God, guiding us closer to her Son and offering us the grace of a transformed life. Each mystery, each prayer, places us under the protective mantle of the Mother of God, a true spiritual fortress against the trials of the world. Are you finding value in our channel's content? If you'd like to keep receiving and following our videos on Catholic prayers, be sure to subscribe and share your prayer intentions in the comments. We would love to pray for you. The importance of praying the Rosary daily. Praying the Rosary daily is not just a devotional practice, but a genuine encounter with God. The repetition of prayers allows our minds and hearts to align with heaven, lifting us spiritually. By dedicating daily time to the Rosary, we give God a special place in our lives, allowing His grace to work within us and transform our journey. As we meditate on the mysteries of the Rosary, we are invited to reflect on the great lessons from the lives of Christ and Mary. These reflections help us face the challenges of daily life with greater faith, patience, and love. The Rosary also teaches us the importance of perseverance, discipline, and surrender to God in all circumstances. Even in moments of difficulty, daily prayer strengthens us and brings us hope. Our Lady repeatedly emphasized the power of daily Rosary prayer to bring peace to the world, convert hearts, and protect families. By making this practice an essential part of our routine, we are not only seeking personal graces, but also interceding for humanity. The daily prayer of the Rosary becomes a true chain of faith, connecting us to God and to others. Testimonies and miracles attributed to the Rosary. Over the centuries, many faithful have shared extraordinary stories of how the Rosary became an instrument of miracles in their lives. These are accounts of healing, protection in moments of great danger, unexpected conversions, and profound changes of heart. In Fatima, for instance, the Rosary was presented by Our Lady as the key to ending war and bringing peace to the world. The faithful believed in this message and put it into practice, resulting in powerful testimonies. Numerous documented miracles have been attributed to Our Lady's intercession through the Rosary. One of the most famous examples is the Battle of Lepanto in 1571, where the victory of the Christians over the Ottoman Empire was credited to the prayer of the Rosary. Pope Pius V urged the faithful to pray the Rosary fervently for victory, and divine intervention was quickly recognized, leading to the establishment of the Feast of Our Lady of the Rosary. Even today, many people share personal experiences of peace and protection after praying the Rosary. Families facing great difficulties, individuals feeling discouraged or hopeless, have found new light in their lives through this devotion. The Rosary is seen not only as a tool of prayer, but as a true shield of faith, capable of transforming realities and achieving the impossible through Mary's intercession. The Rosary as an instrument of peace. The Holy Rosary is known as a prayer of peace. In a world increasingly filled with chaos and conflict, it offers us a moment of silence and reconciliation with God and with ourselves. Our Lady, in her apparitions, constantly emphasized the power of the Rosary to bring peace to the hearts of the faithful and to the world. It is a simple yet powerful way to find calm amidst chaos, connecting us to divine serenity. As we pray the Rosary, we are led to meditate on the mysteries of the lives of Christ and Mary, inspiring us to practice patience, compassion, and love for others. These virtues, cultivated daily, are seeds of peace that we can sow in our own lives and in the lives of those around us. By praying for the conversion of sinners and the end of wars and divisions, we become instruments of God's peace. The Rosary is not just an individual prayer, but a powerful spiritual chain that unites the faithful in prayer for the common good. It reminds us that peace begins in our hearts and extends to the world around us. Each Hail Mary we recite is a step toward a more peaceful, just, and loving world, reflecting Mary's desire for us to live as true children of God. Different types of rosaries beyond the Marian Rosary. While the Marian Rosary is the most well-known and widely prayed, there are many other types of rosaries, each dedicated to a specific devotion. One of the most popular is the Divine Mercy Chaplet revealed to Saint Faustina Kowalska. This rosary is prayed to ask for God's mercy for the whole world, especially for sinners, and it carries extraordinary promises of conversion and peace for those who pray it devoutly. Another example is the Chaplet of Saint Michael the Archangel, which invites us to seek the protection and intercession of this powerful archangel and the heavenly hosts. This chaplet is a strong prayer of spiritual defense, particularly used in times of great need or danger. Like the Marian Rosary, it offers an opportunity to reflect on the presence of God and His angels in our daily lives. There are also rosaries such as the Chaplet of the Holy Wounds of Jesus, the Chaplet of the Souls in Purgatory, and the Chaplet of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, each with its own distinct spiritual purpose and focus. All of these rosaries share the common intention of bringing us closer to God and strengthening our faith, offering various paths of devotion and meditation. Praying these rosaries allows us to contemplate the many facets of divine love and find comfort at different moments in our spiritual journey. How to pray the rosary correctly? Praying the rosary may seem simple, but like any spiritual practice, it requires attention and reverence. The rosary begins with the sign of the cross, followed by the Apostles' Creed, which reaffirms our faith in the teachings of the Church. Next, we pray one Our Father and 3 Hail Marys, asking for faith, hope, and charity before beginning the meditation on the mysteries of the day. Each mystery consists of one Our Father, 10 Hail Marys, and a Glory Be. During each decade, it is important not only to recite the prayers, but also to deeply meditate on the proposed mystery. The goal is not merely to repeat the words, but to use this repetition to calm the mind, allowing the heart and soul to contemplate the sacred events in the lives of Christ and Mary. After completing the 5 decades, we conclude with the Hail, Holy Queen, asking for Our Lady's intercession and the sign of the cross. Maintaining concentration and devotion throughout the rosary can be challenging, but it is through perseverance in this practice that we grow in faith. The more we dedicate ourselves to this prayer, the more we experience the presence of God in our lives. The rosary thus becomes not only a prayer, but a source of peace and spiritual transformation. Praying the Holy Rosary is more than a devotion. It is a daily invitation to immerse ourselves in the mystery of God's love. Each bead, each prayer, draws us closer to the hearts of Christ and Mary, strengthening us spiritually and bringing peace into our lives. No matter how difficult our path may be, the Rosary is a constant source of comfort, grace, and protection, where we find the loving hand of Our Lady, always ready to guide us to her Son. By dedicating ourselves to the Rosary, we join a chain of faith that spans centuries and continues to transform hearts. It is a journey of conversion, hope, and true intimacy with God. May every Hail Mary be a step closer to inner peace, and may the Holy Rosary inspire us to live with more faith, love, and trust in the power of prayer. Pray the Rosary daily and let it become the foundation of your spiritual life.